Hold on. It's me. Hold on.
Okay, I gotta get my lips ready for y'all.
Me too. Hold on. Why is it not letting me?
All
Hello?
right. Oh,
Okay.
wait a
Throw them
minute.
hearts up. Get them hearts in there. I'm glad y'all are. It's NCAA. We got Will Smith still taking repercussions. I mean, it's all kinds of things going on this Monday. I just got my tooth pulled earlier today, so I'm battling. I'm going to battle through that and sacrifice my life.
Hey, Bree. Thanks for joining us.
So we're about to get it. About to get it.
Oh, make sure I'm not echoey, y'all. I'm sorry.
You're not echoing.
All right, I hear it on my end, but okay.
You sound amazing. Yeah.
Got so many things up.
Yeah. I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. First of all, yes, there's a lot going on this weekend. But second of all, I want to give a whole quick shout out to this wedding that I did this weekend. It was amazing. Shout out to the event coordinator, Jacqueline. Y'all will see her on my page. But also, man, shout out to lesbians everywhere. Okay. It was a lesbian wedding and it was beautiful. Love is love. It was so amazing. Whew.
Okay.
And shout out to Spirit Airlines for canceling my daggone flight. I'm so mad at them today. But anyways, whatever. Let's drink to it.
The Spirit.
I'm the only one without spirits.
Shout out to Spirit Airlines.
Shout out.
The home
No,
of
I'm
the
talking
only
about
seats that recline is the front row.
Only one. Okay. Yes, girl, bring in your drink. Where's your drink, Faye? Where is your drink?
I didn't know. Can I go get
It's
it?
all
and come
good.
back?
It's all good. Might be running back and forth to the kitchen to wash dishes. So if you want to go grab a drink,
That's
you
Dre.
can.
That's Dre. That's Dre.
That's me.
I mean, Dre. I sure did blame it on Mont today.
You know,
You got it real quick.
No more,
that was Dre. That was Dre.
no more dishwashing, disappearing acts for me. I'm locked in. I'm finally getting settled. I got all the accoutrements to the palace now. I'm feeling better. Things are popping. The show is getting better. We got guests, you know what I'm saying, coming on. I appreciate you once again for doing this. And I appreciate Lamont for sharing you with us. I just want to throw that out there before we get started.
Oh, thank you, Lamont. What are you doing over there rearranging the office?
The boys be doing some things on the show. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm I just gotta get some things together. Okay. I'm in the midst of.
See, unfortunately, I can't get replaced, but see, that's how you get replaced with a younger model, bald head. I might even go dark skin. You know what I'm saying? Dark skin. You know what I'm saying? Replace.
My type of party.
You know what I'm saying? No, but welcome, guys. Welcome to the Late Night Tip. I'm Andre, your host. You know who we got. We got Mona. We got Lamont. And I'm going to let Lamont do the honors of introducing our special guest for this evening, if he doesn't mind.
Yeah, I'm going to introduce to some and present to all my sister from another mother, my really good buddy. She holds a master's degree. She's about a month away from getting the PhD. Just tell your accolades and let's go from there.
Oh, I'm not good at this. What's up, Late Night Tip people? First of all, I want to say thank y'all for having me. I'm so excited about this. I was a little nervous, but I was like, okay, I got it. Let's go. Let's get it. My name is Faye Smalls. I am the founder and owner of Real Life. Real Life Moments is a coaching firm. Basically, Lamont was trying to tell you I'm just gonna go and pat myself on the shoulder. I have 2 master's degrees. Let's
okay. I'm gonna pat you on your shoulder for yourself. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't shortchange me.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I sent you the bio, friend. No, I'm just saying. No, I'm the owner and founder of Real Life Moments. It's a coaching firm. Well, basically, my whole goal is to educate, empower, and encourage women and people to reach their highest potential. I hold a master's degree in human services and psychology. I've been working in social health and mental health field for over 15, nearly 20 years. I ain't gonna say that out loud. And I'm currently working on my PhD for
Nice.
clinical psychology.
All of that right there
Ooh,
for
so
me
you and I
would
relate.
wear me out.
Yes.
Wore me out. I was ready to get up out of college. I couldn't deal with it. Shoot, if I read too long, I go to sleep. All right. So
Okay.
Godspeed
Say
to
you and I
all of that.
relate, and now that's the one thing we do need to bring to this. Me and you are both mental health. I am a counselor as well as a coach too. I got my master's in clinical mental health as well, LAPC. So yes, girl, let's get it. Come on
Yes,
now.
come on.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
first,
then,
let me
mental
hold you.
health
Let me
matters.
hold you. Let me tell you my degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm a street hustler. I tell it how it
Okay,
is.
street.
You know, I'm from the school of hard knocks. PhD, LLC, NBC, ABC, and ESPN on the weekend. You holler at
Okay,
Elemental
yourself.
P. Elemental
LMNOP.
P.
There, look, there goes the hearts. They like it. They like it.
Don't flatter yourself. That was a late heart for me and Faye. Okay, stop it.
All right.
There's like a 2-minute delay. That's fine.
Oh yeah, just a little bit. So listen, guys, I was looking at some of the topics in the group chat. What we talking about tonight? Because seemed like people on fire in that little in our Facebook chat now.
When was this? Where was I at? I must have missed that one. I must have had a busy week.
But wait,
You know?
but let me see what else. Let me see what's on our agenda tonight too. What you got?
Our agenda tonight is men don't do rebounds. That's
I
one.
saw that and I don't like that because anyway.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of this. All right, we're going to do things that you don't like. We're going to say and we're going to stress things that you may not agree with. All right. The other one is how you know a man. What was it? How you know? What was it, Lamont? This was yours. I don't want to steal your thunder because you gave it to me.
Oh, how do you men? This is for the men. This is for the men, the grown men that really want to know how it's going down. How do you know when your girl is no longer interested in you and she's looking for another flavor?
You have no clue.
yeah. I'm gonna tell it tonight. It's going down tonight.
Okay,
I'm telling it. I'm telling it.
And Mona, what was the last one? Did you do your research? Did you see the last one?
I did my Googles. I definitely did my Googles. I'm about to tell you right now. Oh no! Why did I just lose the page?
See why I put her on the spot?
See,
Put you on the spot.
I got you, sis. It's about do you have freedom in relationships while they stable or something like that. I think that was the last topic.
That was it.
Do you have freedom
while you're in a relationship? Do you have stability?
I got you.
How did I say? I'm the one that wrote it. You don't have freedom if you're instability.
There's no freedom.
There's no freedom in stability. There it is. I ain't even drank yet. This tooth has got me going. But anyway,
first of all, can we talk about can we start where there's no freedom and stability? Can we please? Because y'all about to make me have a whole heart attack today. What is happening?
Oh yeah. It was crazy. Okay, so I'll tell you how we got into that, or how I even came up with that particular conversation. I was out this past weekend networking, and we were talking. Unfortunately, me and the people that sometimes I hang around, we were talking about. It came about sex, and we were talking about like how women love to enjoy men, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. But they don't be like, oh, I'm married.
Random folk in the street about sex. That's really nice of you.
You know what? I'm a giver.
Okay.
But the thing about it was, we were just saying women don't marry for sex. Y'all marry for just stability. Y'all don't be like, oh, his dick was so good. I just, had to marry him. No, y'all don't say that. Y'all don't do that. Y'all be like, you know what? Like we were talking in the last couple of conversations. Every time I talk to people, or if I've been on a dating website, you know what I hear? They'd be like, hey, how's your day? What do you do? Like that is like the top 3 questions of how you talk. But men don't do that. We don't be like, so what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Unless we have nothing to say. We don't just come out and ask you what's your occupation, because we're not looking for stability from you. in that way.
How so you why would you assume that we not marrying for love, we just want stability? Like why would you I mean, I understand the experience for some is that they marry for stability. However, why can't it be that some women marry for love and then it turns out to be stability?
What
You
is
know what?
stability? Because I don't even know what it is.
We marry for both at the same time.
You
Sometimes
know
the
what?
love fades.
And that's good. But you know what my real question is? Why do y'all always ask a question with a question?
Because we want y'all to think before we say anything. Because y'all just be like, "Why this? Why that?" Did you think about this before you asked me the question?
Of course, that was the whole purpose. I had a whole hour conversation, so that was the whole point. And the other guy tried to convince me that people don't marry for intimacy or that these other type of issues, which all I've heard all my life in the experiences is stability. I need this, or women don't pick. You never go for that gorgeous guy, that guy that you really want, but that another guy that gives you the things that you want. That's who you fall for. You see it in the movies all the time. What was the last movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where he was partying all the time and then he became rich, but he had to become rich? The Great Gatsby. All right, there was another one. Matt Damon, where he was a painter and he had to go all through all this, get all this fame and whatever, just to get the Great Expectations. This story is told for millennia for men. If we don't have a certain thing, I guarantee you, if I win the lottery today, I'm gonna be the #1 eligible bachelor in Nashville. That's the only thing I'm missing. And I'll say it. I'll be the first one to say it. That's the only thing I'm missing is the bag. And I'm gonna get the bag anyway.
You're only missing that for people who that matters to.
That is true. Go ahead. That's the reason why we do this. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just telling you how I'm saying it. But you know what, Lamont? Somebody jump in on this because you don't have to worry about this.
Go ahead, get it, Faye.
So I'm gonna beg to differ because on the flip end, when you finally do see a sister with a brother or whatever we're dating at this time that doesn't have anything going on with themselves, you're like, why are you messing with him? He ain't nothing. He don't have this, and this, and this, and that. So you have a lot of women who don't care about stability because I get it out here in these streets. I can work, I can do this, and that's not what I need a man for. So I think that's based on perception and just the pool that you're in, because I know that a lot of times I hear a lot of guys complain about who they've seen another woman with and claim that he's not up to par. So I'm sort of confused when you say people only marry for stability. And then what is stability? Because I may not need
I don't even know what stability is.
Absolutely. What is stability?
Because,
what y'all talking about?
So I guess if I had to judge or say what I thought was stability would be long-term relationships. That's the stability, meaning stability to me is a long-term relationship. Like stability, that's what I think of when I think of a stability. Now, and I don't think that a relationship is capable if a long-term relationship is the stability, then outside of a long-term relationship, is there such thing as stability in a relationship? Because stability is you just not jumping from woman to woman or man to man.
I think stability is also, where we're talking about, it could be emotional stability. It could be, and not only financial, because financial stability, I'm going to say this for financial stability. And let me apologize. Let me pause really quickly. I'm so sorry, my Facebook fam. I'm not sure what happened with the link, but you guys are live on Facebook. We'll just be able to share it now with you guys. I'm not sure what happened, but we are live on Facebook. So if you guys have anybody looking on Facebook, then we're there. But I will say this. I recently met a man who had kind of like that same mindset, and he was like, "Oh, you're a therapist. Oh, you would never date somebody like me." And I'm like, "What you mean, somebody like you?" He was like, "I'm a security guard." I said, "Okay,
that's not security guard. That's an insecurity guard."
Because my whole thing was, I asked him, I said, are you able to pay your bills? Are you, he was like, yeah. I was like, okay, do you take care of what you need? Are you this? Are you that? He was like, yeah. I said,
But I'm
then why
gonna take
wouldn't
up for
I?
my buddy though. But I'm gonna take up for my buddy because 90% of y'all chicks, y'all know what y'all want? Y'all want the doctor, you want the lawyer, you want the man that pulls up in the Bentley, the Benz, the Beamer, the Ferrari. What about the guy, the security guard that pulls up in the Honda, the PT Cruiser, the Toyota Camry? Come on now, see,
I don't mind the
I'm getting too real too
Camry.
fast.
Is it
TRT too real too fast.
Is it a 2016 and above Camry? I'm just playing.
You know what's
I said, do
funny?
they still make
A
PT
vehicle
cruisers?
is
Like,
a vehicle.
You
do
know
they still
what?
make
What's
those?
really funny? I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna pay the bills that we don't get paid for yet. It's funny you say that. Every time I bring up these conversations with women, or situations like, oh, then it's weird. It's like, oh, no, I don't do this. No, I never done that. My group of friends don't do this. But what was that one guy with the green eyes? He was like, I used to ride the bus and this, that, and the other, and women didn't want to talk to me, or I got dumped by my ex-girlfriend. These men have these stories. We do have these stories. These are real things that happen. It's funny, the reason, because now you guys are 35 plus. Now you've changed your mind, and now you're understanding that the guy that makes 50,000 or 60,000 is a good quality guy. He can do these other things. He doesn't have to have this. You may not be able to go to all these lavish trips, but you planning and all these other things. I have to make these points. I'm not saying this is what I live by, but I'm also telling you what I've seen when you go from 18 to 25 or 25 to 32, because women want things. If women didn't want things, men would live in boxes and have sex, and we would have these little shacks. Half the stuff that we do is because of you guys. You can't say that that's not true. We get cars for that type of woman that you want, that likes these cars. All right. And the thing about it is, I've been in this game for a very long time. I'm going to turn it to that point. I've been in this game. You don't need much, and you're right. Both of you women are. You're right. You're right. I'm going to say that because all you need is
not that we didn't know already.
That is so funny. That's funny. All you really need is an apartment, a car, a stable job. Now, the real word is stable. All right, which is connected to the stability, which is connected to consistency. And with those two things and responsibility, then you can have someone that's in your price range. If I'm going to keep it all the way funky in here this evening. Now I open the floor.
Preach, Drake.
Ooh, Faye, what you got on that one?
Because I'm trying to figure out what you're opening the floor to. Like, on our price range, what do you mean? Help me further understand.
That's a Kevin Hart term of frame. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was a Kevin Hart.
Okay.
That was saying it. No. That was just saying, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I can get Kim Kardashian on $60,000 budget. This ain't that Jennifer Lopez movie where she sees the guy in the crowd and says, "I want to marry you," and then I got a fabulous woman immediately. That doesn't happen every day. That doesn't happen.
Drake, I say that all the time. I say, what if these regular chicks started dating these movie star women, started dating average dudes that would treat them way better than them celebrities?
But no, because I'm gonna be honest here, out here in the street, it doesn't have money with men. To me, it doesn't seem like your money, because I'll be seeing broke dudes try to do rich dude stuff all the time. Like, you broke and you cheating. Like, that's a rich dude game. Like, I'm trying not to cuss and use my words. But what I'm saying
it is expensive to cheat, boy.
Exactly. So you want to have 2 and 3 girlfriends and then want me to fall in line and you broke. Like, that's not your game. That's not, you need to stick with that one chick or whatever. I just don't, you can't afford that. That's biblical. If you couldn't have all the pay for all those concubines and wives in the Bible back then, you couldn't have them. It's the same thing now. If you can't afford it, you can't have it. That's just basically what it is. The second part is this. You talked about that guys wouldn't do these certain things only because we're attracted to it, right? So if you didn't do them, then what would we be attracted to?
That's a very good question.
Exactly,
My
but that's
second-
what I'm saying. Like they have to be. I'm sorry, I was just gonna say they have to be able to not only do all of those different things and get all the material things, but have some stability mentally, emotionally, like whatever, like routine wise, whatever the case may be. Because I'm not gonna always only look at your money or your car or whatever. I'm gonna look at the whole package because that's stability for me.
So what age did you start looking at the whole package? When did, because I know this didn't just happen all of a sudden in your life.
I'm gonna be real honest. It was about us. It was at 29, but then really more so at 31 because 30 was a little horrible, but 31 was definitely when I started really honing in on that. Now it's like I really am like laser focused on that stability of that. I'll say this. Let me give an example. One of my friends married for love. She loved this dude. She loved, like, he was in a whole nother, tax bracket. He was in a whole nother tax bracket. She was in a whole nother tax bracket. She was a little lower than him. And a lot of people from the outside looking in was like, oh, she's only in it for the money, blah, blah, blah. She's like, nah, I love this man. I want this man. He's shorter than me. He's a different culture than me. I still love him, right? So, they have this life, the stability, the love, everything. Well, they've been married for about 10, 11 years. She found out that he's been cheating for the past 4 to 5 years. What she decided to do, because they have a child now that needs to be taken care of, right? What she decided to do was say, hey, I have resolved myself to be in a loveless marriage, but I'm in it now for the stability of my child. I guess I'm going to stay here. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be love and stability, and then it kind of can flip the script. What she decided to do, because they have a child, and they're older than us, needs to be taken care of, right? What she and I hear a bad echo with y'all. Myself to be in a loveless marriage.
Me?
There you go. You good? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
So is the stability now that you're talking about, is that comfortability? Or
it's not that, because there's a difference, because it's stability in terms of being able to live that lifestyle, still being able to have her child taken care of, being able to not have to move certain ways or do certain things, and that's not comfortability for her, but that's stability for the both of them, for her at least.
Comfortability, that's deep, because comfortability can look like, I forgot the word.
Stability.
Stability.
It could be. Yeah, it could. You're absolutely right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on what that person wants. I know for me, and Dre asked a really good question. When is it that it flipped for me? And I will say it was about going into 30s, because you get all the telltale signs. You get all the messages about, oh, get this, do this, get this, do this. Well, some women are not being taught that there is a balance with that, or just whatever. Mont, go ahead.
Dre, it says Project TRFM says, what stability should a woman bring?
Is that, you know what, I'm going to answer this question. I've seen it. I'm glad you pointed out. For me, at this time and age, what I'm looking for is emotional support. All right. Emotional support. I will say that because the one thing that I want to give me, and Kyle, which he was on the show, all I have to give, it may not be money. So if it's not money, the only thing second to money for me is time. So if I give a woman my time, I give her my effort, I'm giving the things that matter to me. That's and I need you to support that. I need you to be willing to see that. I need you to not say, I'm going to say take care, because I'm going to take care of you, but I need that energy. I need that support. I need you to know I'm going through things. I need you to ask and check on me. And that's the difference. I'm not saying women don't do that, because you do, but I'm just saying some basic men don't ask for these things. We just either want physical, or men with money only want physical because they can buy and choose what they want, but they may not be emotional compatible. So for
So
me, the
Drake,
stability is emotional.
but Joy, you bring up a good point because that sounds like you're self-aware. You know your love language, and that you have to communicate that to your partner. So some people that may not be an important, like you said, quality time is next to financial. So I'm gonna equate that to gifts, right? And gift giving. So you have to communicate that to your partner. And then what your partner has to do is that, say, for instance, my mom, my mom only gave me quality time, but she didn't give me money. So all I know how to do is love you by giving you my quality time. That may not be enough for you. So we don't take the time to get to know each other. And what we do is force feed each other the love language that is our own. So here I am. I'm trying to give you like time, and you like, nah, I need words. I need the words. I need this. I need that. And I'm like, here's the time. And I'm thinking you're ungrateful when we should be exchanging love languages instead of putting each other's love languages on you. So if your love language is quality time and mine is gifts, you need to be giving me gifts and I need to be spending time with you. And that's how that works. But instead, you end up trying to give me what you want and then get mad and say I'm ungrateful because I don't want it.
Can we be honest? Can we be honest? There is one love language in all those love languages that should not be there, and that is gifts. Because that's buying love. That's buying love.
It's not buying love because gifts don't mean that you have to purchase things. That doesn't mean that you have to, be given these big old things.
That's good one, Trey, ain't it?
Gifts may actually.
Can I come after Lamont for a second? Because
I mean that you may be buying me some French fries, and that's a gift for me because I love me some French fries.
That's not a gift. Let's keep it 100. A gift is the purses y'all ask for.
First of all,
the ring.
You're wrong.
Let's keep it 100.
I don't need all that.
Hey, hold on.
We're not gonna argue with him because let's take gifts off the table for you. So you don't need a watch.
Then it's not gonna work.
Okay, exactly. Okay, friend. Let's be honest. I know you for real in real life. Let's take gifts off the table for you.
Let's take it off.
No watches for you.
Okay, let's do it.
But see, the thing is, Lamont, and I'm glad you said that, Lamont, because you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to bring up topics that ruffle the feathers, even though they're not ruffling feathers here. So the thing is it's gifts. Now, the thing is, what I've learned over the time with women is when you talk about gifts, it's not the big gifts. All right. I've always been an advocate for the small things matter. If you pay attention, a woman will always tell you the things that she wants. Let's say we're here and she's in my house, right? And she has a cereal that I like or whatever, but she doesn't have this cereal. And I drop that cereal box off with a little note, little things like that. Or I write a love letter and that's boom. These are gifts, depending on the woman, that could last forever because they're tangible, right?
No.
All right. Let's say, what else? There's a painting. I'm an artist, so I do a painting. It's a gift. I already have that. And the thing is, it's something that she can always hold on and remember. There's different ways of gifts that are not always financial and don't have to look like this, that, and the other, that will always soothe the heart for longevity and forever.
Exactly.
Okay. So we're playing a sport, baseball, right? So I'm gonna put the ball on the tee because we got to go back to T-ball, okay? Because I want to make sure that you can hit the ball when I say this, okay? That is not what I was trying to say. Those are not gifts. Those are thoughts. You are thoughtful. Those are thoughts. I was thoughtful enough to get you Dove soap when you come over to my house. I was thoughtful enough to get the cereal that you like. Gifts, you know what a gift is. Let's stop playing games. The gifts that you get when you unwrap the bowl, the gifts that you get that come in a blue box, the gift that comes when you open the box and a light is shining on something that's glistening, that's iced out. Those are gifts. Those are thoughts. Because when you open the card, you say, that's a nice gesture.
No, those are thoughts that you are purchasing those gifts for. Those are thoughts.
Get them, Dre. Get them, Faith.
So this is my thing. I like the gifts, so I'm not going to lie, Lamont. So you can give me the things that, would you say, in the blue box. You can give me the one that comes in. You know what I'm saying? I like those things as well. But there's certain gifts and things that people are mindful of. Like if you're dating me, I want the gift would be more meaningful to me is that if you saw, I like to read books and you go get a book that you heard me talk about in a conversation that we had. It's not more so of the price tag of the gift. Like you said, it's the thought behind the gift that drives the gift. You know what I'm saying? I love Bath and Body Works, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Mostly everybody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy her Bath and Body Works."
You don't
They
want to see
always buy
her.
me the
You don't
wrong.
want to see her collection.
This is not about me. They always buy the wrong scent. Okay, they always buy the wrong
Oh,
scent.
they
They
got a new
always buy me
butterfly.
something I
They
don't
got
like.
a new butterfly scent, girl. You got to try it. And they got gingham love, and it's amazing. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, yes, thank you, sis. But I'm saying they always come back with something I don't like. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love shoes. You know, my shoe game is impeccable. But usually some, you know, oh, I bought you some shoes, babe, and it's not. I don't like it. So
I'm looking up the definition of gift because this is.
But my question is this: though. I want to go back. You guys, you're focusing. While you're looking up gifts, I want to focus on this word freedom because you guys, what does freedom mean in stability? Because you could be in a relationship and still have freedom. So what does that mean? You came up with the question, Dre. So help me understand why you can't be free in a stable relationship.
I'm not saying that you can. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mom.
No, I was just saying that it's really interesting that he put that in there, freedom with stability, because yes, now that we've had the long conversation about stability versus, you know, comfortability, all of that, love versus stability, I really do believe that once you have that relationship with love or stability or whatever the case may be, you can find freedom in a relationship. I've heard plenty of men, celebrities and regular degglers, everyday men, who have said that, you know, it is very freeing for them to be in their relationship because they can still, you know, live, breathe, do whatever they want to do. They don't have somebody breathing down their neck, which is another point of the stability, being able to know stability and security, being able to know that my partner, he can do or she can do whatever she wants to do. I got the freedom to do that. I'll, you know, check in with my boo or whatever we do. I think there's a freedom in that.
Okay, that is not what I'm talking about at all. Which also stints back to the conversation of the gentleman that I was speaking of. That actually is, you know what I use, alpha. So this gentleman is a very successful man. I'm coming from the successful man who has the opportunities and the means to give you the stability. But with those stabilities come guidelines, come expectations, and comes rules. And the thing is, in those rules, I didn't say it was. I didn't say it was. I'm just telling you what it is. For some men that are in that six-figure or whatever or higher category, even the ones that are below that they have a God complex. I don't like these men. You don't know how, if you can't be successful and humble at the same time, which that doesn't really go together in that group. But you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Some women don't have freedom in the stability because you don't have a say, depending on the man that you get.
Okay, I get it.
Now I understand.
I get what you're saying. I'm with you, Jay. So I get what you're saying. That makes a whole lot of sense. So therefore, you're the six-figure person, so you have all the control. Basically, I'm depending on you, so I don't really bring any income in the table. So it costs to be the boss, right? So for lack of better words, I'm more like a child in the house. I have to do what you say. I have to, because I'm not contributing financial. No, it's the truth. Because if I pay all the bills, you pay all the bills. You know what I'm saying? So technically, I'm having to come to you, and it's a conversation that we have to have. Like, I'm a house mom right now. Me and Dre married, and I'm a house mom. He brings in all the income. Really? Do I have a vote when per se, because I don't want to say let me, because that's not the right word. But he has all the financial control. Also, too, in that freedom, he's not going to be home a lot because he got to go out there and make that money. So a lot of times we as women don't understand that, okay, you want a man that makes six figures, but let's be real with it. Let's come with it, no matter how you get your six figures, because you know me in my past, you know, from the street, from the church, from the NBA to the wherever you go, to the White House. When a man has money, what's coming with it, y'all? When you have fame and you have prestige and money, women come in with responsibility, but also what comes along with that. There's gonna be other women chasing you.
Right.
All right. Now let's say
that's part of the game, huh?
Let's flip the role now.
I just poured the rest of my bottle on that note.
Let's just flip the roles. Let's say that Faye, you the breadwinner. Say you make the six figures and you choose me, and I only make 40,000. Does the man have the voice? You gonna let the man run the household?
You know, my belief system, yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
But hold on, let me tell you why my belief
But
system.
a lot of women on this platform that not y'all that's watching right now ain't gonna do that. They're not.
No,
well,
a lot of women won't because they are trained to be.
Yes.
Oh well, I can't lose my identity to this, that, and the other. No, that's.
Let's get it together.
Got these people fooled that I'm independent. I'm all this. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. To the left.
No.
They're interpreting that wrong. They're interpreting
Beyonce got y'all.
Okay. Nope. Faye, go ahead because they're interpreting that wrong.
So this is my thing. You have to understand when we have the problem with the word submission, right? But you don't understand what submission means. The word submission actually doesn't say you get to tell me to do it. You're the boss of me. Submission is a gift. So when I submit to you, I'm giving you a gift. I'm saying that I trust you with my whole being. I trust you to be the head of my life. I trust you next to God because it's God, you, me, and then the children. So that's a gift that I'm giving you. A lot of men think or whoever you're dating, I'm not just going to say men, you think, and I'm going to use men for the example, just because you were born with a penis that I'm supposed to just submit to you. But bro, you can't even pay your bills. You can't take care of yourself, but then just because you're a man, I'm supposed to let you come in here. So versus your 40 or your 60, if you've been able to sustain yourself and take care of yourself and we come together, then yes, I'm going to submit to you. But that doesn't mean that you have control over me. That doesn't mean I don't get to say anything. That doesn't mean I don't have a vote. But submission is a gift. And once you understand that, that's something that I gave to you, not something you take in, not something that you is owed to you, not something just because you're the head of the household. I gave that to you.
But it also is humility between both of the people, because in my parents that I've seen married for 49 years this year, I've seen humility when it comes to that. He might submit to her if there's a decision that needs to be made or something that needs to be done. She may submit to him if there's something that needs to be done or whatever the case may be. My mother they both were breadwinners, but my mom, I think, made a little bit more than my dad. But that didn't matter because we saw my dad as the leader of the household, physically, like spiritually, everything. And that did not mean that my mom didn't have say, because my mom is a very strong-headed woman. Y'all see me, I get it from my mama. So, my mom's a very strong-headed woman, but that does not mean that she did not submit to her husband. And that submission was both humility as well as a privilege for him to be able to do that. A lot of our women interpret the messages wrong. Let's talk about a discussion I saw in Twitter. They were talking about "Let me cater to you" with Beyonce. A lot of women were like, "No, I don't want to do all that. Why I got to do all that?" Da, 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 da. First of all, "Let me cater to you" does not mean that you are being a servant or under servitude for that man. That "let me cater to you," if you really listen closely, is really about being able to be kind, be loving, give that gift to him of, hey, babe, what do you need? That emotional security, that whatever it is, right? So when, at the end of the day, he may need me, he may need some time to talk about whatever, he got me. But a lot of people hear submission and they hear it as a bad word. And it's away from freedom.
Let me jump in real quick. And there's 2 points. What's going to be more points? And then Faye, I heard you. So my only issue when we have these discussions, you see how amped you got? Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Yeah. I don't like that shit. I support what she said, but you know what I'm saying? We don't need all of that. We don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like we you know what I'm saying? Like that's too much. Like it's just been wrong. I get that. The other point, submission.
Did you see that comment?
Men, I'm coming for men now. We have used that word.
I see it.
For a position of power. You know what I'm saying? We've used that word. We abuse that word. And the thing about it is, I want to submit to her. I want to submit to my woman. I want to be able to listen to my woman. Lamont, get it together. All right.
You got to address this comment, bro.
These comments are really lit, okay?
Listen, do you sisters have husbands? Answer that question.
What she said?
Somebody Project FM said, "Do you sisters have husbands?" Answer that question.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Are we speaking
We're not.
truth?
We'll get him in a minute. We'll get him in a minute. Stay focused. The point is, you know, this submission, that word, like you said, it's team, it's teamwork, it's partnership. I want to submit. We should be submitting to each other, and that's the thing that people are not understanding. When that thing is, and now it's like, and then women. And I've been in that position where the woman made more money. Now the thing is, I don't know if men on the inside are insecure. I want that woman that has made her goals known, had went through all the fire and got and succeeded. That's the woman I want beside me. I don't want no woman who don't got no drive. I don't want no woman, and I'm gonna support her for that, and I'm gonna get my money, and hopefully she supports me. Men sometimes cannot deal with a successful woman, and that's another topic. They can't sit here and be like, well, she doesn't need me, brother. She needs you.
Right.
Trey, that's what I was about to say. Oh my gosh, speak to that. Because a lot of times, and I'm just going to use me because I'm just going to talk about me. But a lot of guys will say, what you need a man for? You got your own house, you got your own car, you got all these degrees. What do you need me for? Are you serious at this point? So you mean to tell me that you thought that because I haven't decided to get married yet, that I should have stopped all my goals. I shouldn't have bought a house. I shouldn't have went to school. I shouldn't have went up the career ladder, and I should have waited until a man came along. My point is this: if I got all this on my own, what can we do when we contribute when we get together?
Boom.
You understand what I'm saying? So we can build something together.
I want us to make decisions, because honestly, I'm tired of making decisions on my own. I want us to make decisions. I don't care if I make more money than you. I don't care if you make more money than me. What we gonna do is do this together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I absolutely had a man who said to me, it was a little while back, I had missed his message, his text message, because I was in a session. And you know how I be in a session. You trying to focus, right? So I missed his message, and I was supposed to meet up with him later on for a date. I get back to my phone after 3 sessions in a row. Now, mind you, I'm not messaging him back. It's because I'm in a session, right? And I get back to my phone and I get all these messages. I get, women like you, y'all focusing on business, and that's why y'all just gonna meet men who just want to fuck. Y'all ain't gonna be able to have no real relationship and blah blah blah. And that's why women like you that have positions like. First of all, sir,
hey Mona, hurt people.
But my whole thing is like that's not exactly, and that's not the type of man that's going to be able to be like, oh well, she,
and ladies,
I am not going to submit to him like that because he shows me insecurity.
And ladies, I'm going to tell you, this is 100. A man who makes that comment, it is a man that is controlling. That's red flag number 1.
So red flag number 1, let's talk about this. I got a question. So Dre, you brought up this topic about men don't have rebounds. So let's talk about red flags. What does that mean? Y'all don't have
listen. Okay, because when they're tired, yes, when they're tired of a woman who has too much, they gonna move to the next, and between that next one, they got rebound.
I don't have a rebound. There's no such thing as a rebound for me.
So technically, it's never been a rebound. Dudes like to have sex. They like to have sex. It's not. It's not hard. It's not. Yeah, not. But see what I'm saying? See what you're doing it again. You're gonna turn me into Andre Samuels. You're doing it again. I ain't asked you. I didn't
be quiet. Write my notes down. Let me write my points down. Okay.
Write them down.
I didn't ask if women did too. It's saying men don't have rebounds. No, we are savages. We are very basic creatures. You feed us, you fuck us, and you put us to sleep. It ain't that hard. Sleep. It's that hard. It's not that hard. We're very basic. If you get a guy that's outside of that realm, you're doing too much. He's got too many needs.
He's trying too hard.
Like that guy. Like, come on, man. It's not that hard. Like, if I'm going, okay, I broke up with my girl. I'm upset. And this was a topic that I had a conversation with someone else. It was a woman. She was like, well, men, they bounce back. This is my woman voice. And they bounce back, and y'all just get over things quick. And no, we don't. If I was hurt, The only problem with being hurt is that I go and be in another relationship because I'm too scared to be alone, but I'm bringing my hurt because I didn't know how to heal depending on that man. But we take that hurt. We carry that. And if that girl came back, we may just dump that girl to come back with that girl because we still carrying that love and that passion for that last one. There's so many dynamics with men that women don't understand, that we go through, that we have to hide and we have to move on quickly because that's where we at. We have to readjust. We can't cry or we can't show this, and we just adjust through fucking sometimes.
So
But that ain't a
adjusting
rebound.
through fucking is rebound.
No, it's
That's what you call it, but that's not what men call it. So men are from Mars and y'all are from Venus, and what we call it is, you know what? I ain't got no girlfriend. I need to go fuck something.
regularly.
Hey, isn't that rebounding, Faye?
Huh?
I'm trying to understand here. I'm trying to, at this point, he told me to be quiet. I got my notes. I'm gonna go put on my
okay. Well, let me write my notes.
So
I'm ready for you.
So you're like, let's go this way. So you're self-medicating through sex. Is that what I'm hearing?
I need I need that medication every day.
Yes, men have
I'm addicted.
Self-medicated. Yes, I have self-medicated. Once again, you said, remember, let's go early. I don't want people to forget. Andre, you are self-aware. The only reason that I am self-aware is because I've done enough wrong. I've done enough damage.
I like that.
All right. And the thing about it is, I still got women to this day. To this day. You know what? You hurt my feelings because you didn't even want my friendship. She may see this and say something. That's not the point. But the point is, I'm going to use my life because I only know me. And the thing is, I'm not here to hurt you on purpose. But the thing is, maybe something didn't happen that I didn't want because I know who I want when I want them immediately. Immediately. If I meet someone and I'm like, you know what? She can have it all right now.
Okay, so let me ask you, are you honest when you're doing these things? Because that's where the word trips up to work. Okay, me and you meet, you just broke up, you hurt. You know what I'm saying? My mother done hurt you, you crushed. Now you done met Faye, and we smashing. Let's be honest. Are you telling me the truth? That that's all you want from me? This is not coming of nothing. I just got out of a relationship and I just want to smash. And that's what you're telling me. Oh, let me start.
At this time, I don't have to do that now anymore, but between the time before I became the ultimate, I would be like, there's no reason for me to lie and say like, we're building something. But you know what the problem comes into? And this is what I learned is when you give too much time and too much energy, men have to watch how much energy and time you give to a woman because they're not listening to your words. They're watching your actions, and your actions is saying boyfriend, future husband, if you've been there for this many moons. All right. And the problem is women are now taking the traits of men.
Why do you have to have a gender?
Well, I'm just saying because I'm coming from a man's perspective of what we see and how we talk. So I'm just saying like that's what we would see. Like energy. Yeah, that right there. That will be it. So I'm just keeping it plain on what we talk about. So that's what it'd be like. Okay, cool. Well, she just did that to me. And I'd be like, oh, well, y'all know how it feels. No, we've been knowing how it feels. And women have done it. It ain't no real gender. I'm glad you asked that question. There's no gender on that. I'm just a man talking as a man. So that's how I talk. Okay. That's how sometimes we talk. But there has no gender and people do that.
So Dre,
hopefully I didn't go on a tangent.
No, I think Dre, and you know me very well to know that I fake to his. Yeah, exactly. Let's just keep it honest, right?
Yeah, because we've talked about this.
A fuckboy, right? I used to be a fuckboy, right? And Faye, I'm gonna say this, and I know we talk about this here. We have like the gender or the masculine, feminine energy stuff, right? And when I was in my fuckboy heyday, I actually did, and I considered it rebounding. I went from wanting to be in love with this person, you know, dealing with this person or whatever, and then also dealing with job situations, all these different things. And I really remembered that number one, my big bro, well, he's my cousin, he taught me a lot of the lay of the land, right? When it comes to men and certain things that they do and how they do it. Shout out to him. And so I remembered what he taught me, and I remembered a lot of how I saw a lot of men doing around that time, mid-20s. And I was like, okay, cool. I could just do what I do, have no feelings, move on from one person to the next person until I'm ready to get back with the one that I was really in love with, or until I'm able to really like focus and settle down on this, whatever it is that I want. So I did that whole thing of, I'm just gonna meet you here at this wonderful, nice brunch party club Saturday night. And it is what it is. We're not doing nothing else. And yes, in the words that we have in our vernacular, that to me was a rebound. It was a rebound coming off of the seriousness that I thought that I had in this relationship. I just needed to get over it. So I got under somebody else, and I used that person for my sexual needs.
Well, see, I didn't call it a rebound. And Dre, when I asked you that question, that was
to
for
me
the
was a
audience, not
rebound.
for me. When I said about the gender thing,
Oh, no,
you
I've
know,
seen
they-
it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Also, what
Thank
I'm
you for
saying to you,
asking.
I went through the same thing when I had my breakup, and I'm just going to be completely honest with you, okay? If you weren't bringing me sex or any money, or we weren't going out, as soon as you said you wanted to be my boyfriend, we were done talking, because
I'm
I was
out.
raising kids, I was going to school, I'm going up this career ladder, and I had built up a defense mechanism and a wall, because I told myself I was never going to put myself in that position.
Thank you.
And
Hold
to
on.
allow somebody
Hey,
to
hey.
hurt
Let her
Please
finish.
stop.
Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish. Because she said
We
it. Go
got
ahead.
her.
I'm
We
sorry.
got her. We got her. We got her. We got you. Oh, we got you. You got.
What?
You got. You did. You
What is
said
it?
exactly what we first talked about. If you're not coming with this, and this, we're not gonna fuck with you.
But no, listen to me. That's
You're-
when I
you-
hurt days.
Yeah,
not
you're
listening.
caught.
You
You're caught.
heard.
You
No,
understand?
here's
I'm a
what you want to
see,
hear.
so-
No,
no,
sis, don't.
no.
He didn't get one, because I'm saying the same thing when you're saying we don't have a rebound. We don't have in my face when I was hurt and I was done, and I was like, that's the way I dealt with the relationship. So you could have said that those people were my rebound people, but they weren't my rebound. Like you guys are saying, there's no such thing as a rebound. I was doing me. So why do you have to call it a rebound? Why couldn't I just be in a woman in the power of my sexuality, and I was out there doing what I wanted to do while I was doing what I wanted to do? That's what I'm saying to you. And no, earlier we were talking about our boyfriends and our husbands and people that we were going to be stable with. We're not talking about stability anymore. For lack of better words, we're talking about, and excuse me for people that are listening, fuckboy behavior. That's what we're
Come
describing.
on,
So
Faye.
you're comparing
Can
two
I
different
talk?
things.
Can I? No. Can I
But,
talk?
I mean,
Can I talk?
I'm just you came for me like
Okay.
I fell into a trap.
No. Okay. Hold on. First off, what we're going to do is we're going to let me speak for a little bit, because I've been quiet. I've been quiet.
Have the floor.
Hold on. Yes. What comes with the floor is silence. Okay. Now, you have to realize that I have been trained to detect deception. I'm a police officer. Okay, wait. That you can make all the motions, all the hands. It does not matter if you're married or not. The question and the conversation was, why do women have to have materialistic things bought for them, gifts? Because you said, if he's not doing this and he's not doing that, because what happens is, those fuck boy relationships that you have, sometimes if they're spending enough, you fall in love with them. I'm keeping it too real tonight. They don't want to answer that question.
You know
Because
what?
you're not.
I'm gonna
Because at the end of the day,
I'm gonna
let me go ahead and
bypass
say,
you.
you know why? Because I've always made my own bag, and the things that you're giving me is extra, boo.
Okay, so once again, see, Lamont's being a man right now. All right. And what he's not doing, and I'm gonna show you, Lamont. This is I do classes on Thursday at 7 p.m. at the local community college. And this is what happens. All right. And this is why I need to start my own Andre Hitch type of dating. You didn't listen to what she said. She said hurt, and she said defenses. She said hurt and defenses. All right. She's doing all these things, and she's hurt and defenses. I mean, I've seen it too many times. And I'm not saying that she was wrong for that, but that's what it is, because that's what men do. We were hurt. Now we just fucking and we doing whatever we do, because I've shut down. Like, I put my heart in a safety deposit box in Oklahoma. No one's going to be able to touch it or find it, because it's buried in the Nevada desert. And I'm just here for pleasure. I'm here to serve myself. If you can't serve me, get the fuck on, and I don't have time for that shit. It's the same thing she said. The thing is, if you want to give me money, you want to give me pussy, you want to give me head, you want to give me your time, that's cool. I'm going to make sure I treat you like a lady, though. I'm not going to treat you like no hoe, but I'm here for me. I'm here for me. But the thing is, that's because I was hurt. And now that I'm not hurt anymore, the reason why I'm understanding of my situation, my pain, and what I've been through, I can navigate and be 100% honest. And that's something that my dad taught me when I was 13. He said, never lie to a woman, always be 100% honest. And what you hear over the years, just tell me so I can make my decision. They're not lying. They're telling the truth. But we don't think as men that they can handle it because we're afraid that they are going to leave the situation. And you'll be surprised how many will stay.
I'm glad I took the time to listen to both of y'all. I'll tree y'all because honestly, I feel like there are very good points with all of you. You make excellent points with the fact that, like she said, and I don't think it was a gotcha moment. I don't think it was a gotcha moment, but I also do think that, at some point.
We're getting hard. That's what I'm talking about.
If it is an informed decision or whatever the case may be about what you're doing, then, I got to know whether I'm in or out of this situation. It may not, for me, it may not be that you're spending money as a fuck buddy or whatever the case would be. If my rebound is, being sweet, doing all these things, I don't really want, I'm not looking for a relationship with him, but if he's being sweet, checking up on me all day, there's a possibility that I might feel away. And so that's why, like, I get all three y'all points about that. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like there is a point in time where I'm just going to lay it out there. I mean, I want to use the words that our ancestors have given us. We try to find all these new words and all these new definitions about things, but it's literally a rebound. A rebound is somebody that somebody that I'm falling back on that I really don't, it's just like a bridge. It's a bridge over to the next thing with the next person that I want to be with. My rose could be a rebound.
What did you say? What did you say, Faye?
Her rose.
To the next what? No, you said to the next what? No. That's deception number 2. That's deception number 2. Listen, I'm going to call the bullshit tonight. You know who I am? I'm Andre 2. I'm Andre 2000 tonight. I'm Andre 2.0 tonight. That's the bullshit that I'm talking about. You said to the bag, the bridge to the bag. Let's stop the bullshit.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Dre, you caught it.
Can I ask you a question? Okay, so I'm going to ask you this real question.
He did.
So Lamont,
he did say that.
Lamont, what's the real question? So can I ask you a question? What's wrong with wanting the bag? Why are we fearing the money? What's wrong with me wanting nice things? What's wrong with me wanting to work hard? What's wrong with, if that's your thing, what's wrong with that?
Faye, wait a minute, Faye. Are you talking about you as a female? What's wrong with that?
No, I'm just talking in general. No, I'm not saying like pimping myself out or that's all that I want. What I'm saying to you is that,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It's a bad thing that somebody wants to be with somebody that has the stable financial situation.
Because it's people. I'm not coming for you, Faye. I'm not.
No, I'm just asking a question in general.
I'm saying, let's just say if you was another person, it's people like with that concept, that mind frame, that don't want the security guard guy. That the security guard guy don't have a chance. Yeah. Because he's not a Dre. He's not a Lamont.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let me explain something to you. I'm going to teach you sociology, okay? So when I took University of Oklahoma. University of Oklahoma, I'm sitting in class. I'm one of the few Black women in class. And you know what he told us? He told all the Black girls to stand up. We stood up. He said, if you don't get married now, the chances of you getting married is going to decrease as far as you go up in your education. He said, if you do not date outside of your race, you're going to end up being single. Why? Because you date within your circle.
I have gotten that as well. You date
within your circle groups, your circle, okay? So at this point, now I'm in college. More Black women are in college than there are more Black men. So now I got this small pool of men because we date in our circle. Then on top of that, you got to deal with jail. Then you have to deal with the men that does not like women. And then also with the few men that are left, I got to combat with the other women because black men will date outside their race quicker than we do. So now I got to date. I got to compete against all the other women in America. And let's be honest, all the other men too, if that's what you into. So now I only have a small pool of people to mess with. So until I cross over,
our problem.
Hold on, wait a minute. Yes, it is, because you're asking me why don't you want the security guard? Well, guess what, boo? Security guard is no longer in my social circle. I'm just arguing for the other chick. I'm not arguing for me. He's no longer in my social circle. Now, what I'm saying to you is that sometimes you date within your circle. That's why you see doctors with doctors, lawyers with lawyers. You see entertainers with entertainers, famous people with famous people. That's why you see that, because you date within your circle. Security guard just may not be in her circle. Okay, you're not going to see me around here. I mean, at this point, I'm not millionaire status. So, are you going to catch me with the?
It's almost like when women. It's almost like when men came. No, I'm sorry, not men or women. People came down on Lori Harvey because we have now seen her date like a few people that I think know each other, right? And it's not the fact that she's sleeping with all of Hollywood. No, she's dating within her circle. She's dating within her bracket. And so I've gotten that same thing for me too. My parents have even said it. I've heard people say it in my social circle. Oh, you ain't find nobody in college, so it's probably going to be harder for you now. And so guess what? It also limits my pool when I go to, I may have found somebody I really want and he acting up. And now if I'm out there, I'm just going to find some random knick-knock to fulfill these needs, and he may not be it. So it's not something that's quality. I'm just looking for somebody for the time being. You know what I'm saying? So our pool gets limited. So that's how I feel about the situation.
So Lamont, we're friends. I come home with your janitor. What you gonna say to me? No, we real nigga shit. That's what you said earlier. I'm gonna be Andre 2000. If I come home with the janitor, friend, with nobody, it's just me and you talking. Nobody else on here, just me and you. What you gonna say?
I'm sorry. The mother of my two kids is chiming in, and I missed a little bit, but I'm going to tell you this, and you know you're my sister. I would probably say he must got some good dick.
I think Dre, I think you would ask me that too. I think Dre would ask me that for real.
Exactly. What you doing with him? So what's the difference from you saying it and me saying it? What am I doing with you?
But you know what? You're right. But the other part of that, Mona, is that I would also ask you what attracts you to that person, because once again, I understand the difference. All right. So I don't need all these. I don't need a Kim Kardashian. And I tell people this all the time, and it may get misconstrued on how I say this.
I do.
I want a strong 8, right? With all the attributes that create and make her a 10. I don't need no 10. I want a strong 8 or a 7, and everything around you makes you a 10. All right. Because I don't have the money for a 10. I don't. All right.
Man, that's facts. 9s to 10s, you're breaking bread. You're breaking bread, fellas. You're breaking bread.
So I'm that's where I'm at. I need, like I said, I need you to be emotionally stable. I need you to have all your baggage packed, or at least have your baggage to where I can help you unpack it. All right. Because if you're not, because I've had to let women go and be like, you know what? There you go. But I didn't burn my bridge. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't burn my bridge because I understood that person was going through something that I could not help them with. So that's the other thing, being mentally and emotionally aware of what people are going through, and don't crucify them for not giving them what don't crucify them because they didn't give you what you wanted when you wanted it.
So let me ask you something, and I think this is our last point, and I appreciate y'all for staying on with me. We gonna go on for another few minutes, guys. I know y'all want to be in bed, being all booed up and shit, and cuddled up and shit with all y'all rebounds out there, but we about to close. We don't
have husbands, as old boy said earlier.
Yeah. I got my TV and my drink and my rose. Anyways, So, so listen, I got a question, right, Dre?
Yeah.
If you are giving that girl all you got, all you got, right? And you're doing and being however it is you're doing and being, what are some of the signs it's going to tell you that she's not satisfied and she's into somebody else? And I ask you that because I think that there can be some false signs about that. I say that because my brother and my sister-in-law were married, and she said that she had a crush on somebody else only because she felt like she enjoyed how somebody else, Faye, you gonna get found a husband tonight. So she enjoyed how somebody else was able to take care of their family, and she liked that from them. But how would you know if
Yo, he's my best friend. It's not my husband.
how would you know, or how would you some of the signs you would know that your girl's interested in somebody else?
In my opinion.
Is there a way to come back from that? Is there a way to come back from that?
That's a lot. I mean, I always want to say that there's a way, and it starts with communication. That's what I want to say. But if she's already gone, or if you're already gone, only time. But you're gonna have to go your separate ways.
Faye, you know, I deal with couples. I know you deal with couples in your journeys as well, being a mental health therapist. And I am dealing with somebody right now who kind of had that issue, kind of coming back from the lack of interest and kind of interested in somebody else. Is there a way that we can come back from that? If my significant other is interested or was interested in somebody else, or just kind of slacked off on their interest in me.
So I think there's a way to come back from that, and it's open communication. See, what happens is we get into these relationships. I'm going to use me and you and Dre. We get in this relationship when we're 20, right? Now we're 30, 40, whatever. We didn't check in, right? So you're still treating me like I'm 20. I don't want to do the things anymore when I was 20. And instead of us checking in with each other, we go outside of each other instead of having that conversation. So I suggest that every 6 months or a year, y'all check in and say, hey, what's going on? Because am I really losing interest in you? No. Maybe there's something going on now with women. There could be health issues and other things, but I'm gonna use myself an example. A lot of feedback that I gave was I don't seem interested because the way I think is different. I'm thinking I'm at work all day long, then I'm gonna get the kids to bed, then I'm gonna do my homework, and then 9, 10 o'clock, I'm like, hey, Dre, what you doing? And you like, girl, I heard from you all day long. It's not that I didn't have interest with you. My thought process was, let me get everything out today, and then I can give all my undivided attention to Dre. So the only thing I really needed to do, and Dre is like, dang, Faye ain't talk to me all day long. So it's not that I wasn't interested in you, it's that our mind frame was totally different. And you need to say, babe, I need you to check in with me. I need you, if it's just to say hello, I know you got to get the kids in there, just say something to me. That's a conversation that we need to have. A lot of times men go outside of their relationship. How many times do you
have that conversation?
As much as you need, because at this point, help me help you, right? I go to work, I come home, I cook, right? You want me to turn into this super freak later on tonight, then I got to come home, cook, do homework with the kids, then listen to everything else. Now I'm tired. So now we need to do teamwork. When I come into the door, you might need to get the kids bath together, and then you may need to go read them a story while I go turn into, take this wig off, put on a whole nother wig, so I can, you and turn into this whole other person. But what happens is, you, not saying you, but the man doesn't help participate in the family thing. So now I've been to work all day. I'm tired. I've cooked, I've cleaned, I've taken care of the kids, and now you want me to roll over and give you something. Nigga, I'm tired. You didn't had enough time to sit down, have a beer, have a drink, watch TV. You're well rested. I'm exhausted. So help me help you.
Two things I hear from that is broken communication.
Is what?
Constant communication.
Yeah. Patience and communication.
Patience and communication.
And if something's off, you're like, hey, babe. It is what it is. We're human.
So okay, so let's take this. I'm going to use that because we only got a few more minutes, and then we're going to. But let's say a man is. Let's say when it comes to types of men and types of women that people that they like, right? Let's say if a man doesn't want to be aggressive anymore, right? So he's more understanding, so he can have a conversation and show his anger through just regular. I'm disappointed. This is what it is. What if those women that, oh, he's not fighting for me. Oh, he's too nice because he's not showing anger. Is that a thing?
I don't think it's that you're not showing anger. It's like sometimes a man will let you like run over them. And it's not
but
even
anger. But that's not running over him. He's being stern. He's just not being overly aggressive because he doesn't.
What I'm saying is some things that you need to draw the line at. Some things you need to be able to tell me no. Some things you need to tell me, Faye, go sit down somewhere. Or just like earlier, Faye, you're doing too much. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to sometimes protect me from myself. That's when we need security and stability, when you can protect me from me. Hey, Faye, you're working too hard. Hey, Faye, get off the phone. You've been listening to your homegirl rant and rave all day long. Hang up the phone. You don't need, why are you even getting yourself involved in that? Like, these are the things that we need you to say. But when you sit there and just let me do whatever, however I want to, whenever I want to, that's what we mean by fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to do that. I mean, that's what I mean by too nice and walking over.
Sometimes.
Hey, I loved you being here tonight.
I love you guys inviting me. I really enjoyed
and fighting though, but on a side note, leads to good sex. But we're gonna close with that note. They don't hear, and I'm sorry because I'm a pretend it's touchdown in the city that active tornado in the county that me and I'm gonna have to go ahead and exit, especially if there's like buildings and stuff like that. For me, let's night.
Oh,
Good
I
night.
think he.
I just want to give my thoughts in Dallas, in the Texas area, that hopefully. I just want to give my thoughts and prayers that everybody is safe this evening. Hopefully,
Absolutely.
Lamar protects and serve everybody there, and everybody's safe. I'm glad everybody tuned in. Guys, we will be transitioning. I do not know when we're going to transition, but we will be transitioning to the late night tip page. But what I do need from you guys, I need for you to share. All right, you guys, it's 10 to 13 to 15 people. If you guys share this show, then we're going to have 30 to 40. All right, but we can't grow without you. All right, so we need you to help us grow because you see what we're doing. We're giving you good shit. All right, I was going to say stuff, but it's serious. We're giving you good shit. It takes 10 seconds. Just like the conversations, we're your show, and you do everything else you want to do. Share our show. I'm talking shit. People. All right, share it with 10. Share it with 1. I don't care. Just share it.
Each one reach one.
Two things. First of all, yes, I'm sorry. We just had a family comment. Yes, we got hat changes. I got my lipstick. We got everything. I got my drinks. I'm kind of fucked up right now, and I'm glad to have shown my cleavage tonight. I'm very proud of my cleavage. Might be safe in the tornado. Come on, double fisting. It's all good. I will see y'all next Monday. We're gonna see y'all next Monday. Y'all better share with some friends. Ooh.
See you later. Thank you guys for the invite. I enjoyed it.
All right, y'all. See y'all next Monday. Follow me at IB Mona Lisa. See y'all. Peace.
All right. Cool. So now